Christmas, I've got the kids home. Hey, come and say hi.
Oh, the cat. Where'd the cat go?
Hello, mamas. Merry Christmas from the Brown and Castley household to yours. I've got a few tips for you to use over the next few days. This part of the year is only a really small part of the year, right? It's 1 week out of 52 weeks, which is about 2% of your entire year. So with that said, if you've been mindful and you haven't eaten, like I'll say, quote unquote asshole over the last 52 weeks, then you're going to be able to get away with more than if you have, right? So the first tip I'm going to give you, the first tactic, is eating something before you go to a feast, right? Be a bit selective with where you're going, right? If it's your mother-in-law's and you don't necessarily like her, right, you're not going to go over there and drink and eat and be merry, okay? If you do, you're probably trying to block out some trauma there or something, and you're not doing it for the right reasons. You're not going to enjoy yourself, okay? So eat something before. And eat something that's going to take you towards your goals. It doesn't have to be crazy, silly, like chicken breast and salad. Eat some eggs and bacon, right? Eat something with some tomatoes, mushrooms in it, or that's what we're going to have. That's why I'm saying it. But eat something that's going to fill you up. Eat something that's going to kind of reduce those cravings, okay? Number 2 is when you go to a feast on the protein and the veggies and the fruit and all the stuff that looks like it's either had a face before or it's come from the ground. Eat that stuff first. Fill up on that stuff and then go to the dessert. It's just 101 eating, right? You don't eat your dessert before you eat your food. It's what your parents told you when you were growing up, okay? It's that kind of stuff. It's that kind of common sense. So get into the prawns. Don't worry about the sauces. It's Christmas. Get into the roast meats and the delicious vegetables. I mean, I know that's what I'm going to be doing. And then the third tip I'm going to give you is kind of tying back into that being selective thing. Choose which and where you're going to indulge relative to where you are right now. If you're 10, 15 kilos overweight and you don't want to be 20 kilos overweight when it comes to January, because it's not a I'll just worry about it later. It's exponential. If you're 10, 15 kilos overweight now, it's going to be 10 times harder to lose it if you end up being 20, 25 kilos overweight in January, okay? So you need to be relative here. And back to that, don't eat like an asshole. I've been eating like an asshole all year in lockdown. Pick and choose wisely and be selective, right? Make sure you're in good company. Make sure you're at a nice place, and make sure the event's worthwhile. Boxing Day, sitting around the pool, right? When you're hungover from the day before, chances are that's not going to be as enjoyable as the day itself. Get back onto that wagon as quickly as possible, and then New Year's is going to be more enjoyable then, right? If your Christmas starts on Christmas Eve, and then is Christmas Eve, and then is Christmas Day, and then is Boxing Day, and then it's Boxing Day, I don't know what the name for that one is, then you've wiped out 6 days, okay? Where it should have only really been Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, maybe Boxing Day morning, I don't know. But it's all coming back to that common sense, right? Choose, do you want 6 days, or do you want, 2 days, okay? So there's that. Be not necessarily hard on yourself. Just be real, okay? And that's all you need to do, and you'll ride out this period. And Christmas, festive seasons, they don't last for 2 months. We've got a society where it does, right? We kind of link up this whole Christmas thing with New Year's, which is fair enough, but then it goes and extends all the way to the kids going back to school, Australia Day, and all of a sudden what you've done is you've wiped out 2 months. And in that 2 months, it's very easy to wipe out a whole year's worth of work if you've been working for the last year, or set you back a whole year and take you another year to get there. And you know what always happens in those situations is if you hit it hard in those 2 months, and then you're not motivated through winter, and you're not motivated to actually catch up. So you end up getting fatter and fatter year on year, and you get that whole spread, and you get that whole... That's how it happens, right? It doesn't happen through hormones, doesn't happen through age, like those are factors, but it happens year after year, just adding to the balance, right? And not actually balancing it out.